look at the menu. Back of the menu.
This is a spiced orange sweet tea. So it's really hard to explain the sweet tea. Maybe Denise will do a better job of that. We are at the 411 restaurant in Ocoee, Tennessee. They neat stuff on the menu.
Because this hair is everywhere from the humidity outside. Okay, so this tea is a spiced orange sweet tea. It's really good. That's better than any just regular sweet tea. It has like orange peel and cinnamon. It's what I taste, and it's good. It's fabulous. Like better than regular sweet tea. And that says a lot coming from somebody who grew up in the South. So Gabe got chicken strips and duck fries. That wasn't on the menu that we showed. They had that or a cheeseburger for kids. And then I got the sauerkraut and sausage. And it is a spicy pork sausage on a split top bun with sauerkraut, whole grain mustard, and duck fries. And then David got the elk sausage, which is an elk venison sausage on a split top bun with soup beans, chow chow, pan roasted sweet potatoes and squash, and duck fries.
Okay, so we're gonna give this a try. These are duck fries. So apparently it's just a regular fry that's been fried in duck fat. Some ranch. Ranch is phenomenal here. I think it's house made. Give this milk a shot.
I'm done.
Really good. Who knew that bread, beans, and sausage would go together? But it works really well. Also hard to explain. It's got a very unique flavor. Come try it out. I think you'll be surprised.
Now every time I turn this camera on, I'm gonna scream because of my hair. Not wearing makeup today. Like, it's just a crazy day in the appearance world for me. Okay, let's try this. Trying to figure out how to get it all in one bite. Okay, so it took me a minute to chew that up because I got such a big bite. But it was really good. So a lot of flavor going on in there. And it's excellent flavor. The sausage is spicy, but it's not like burn your mouth, throat, blue fire kind of spicy. It's a good, nice heat to it. Cooked really well too. The fries are really good. A lot of flavor. Definitely recommend you give this place a try. Okay, so I had to get this, you guys. This is the strawberry corn cake. I mean, that's just one of those things you have to try. Okay. It's a good shot of it. Excellent. I love it, so good.
Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. It's another weird item, but we're gonna try. Good. What's insane? Cornbread goes good with strawberry and whipped cream and whatever the strawberry sauce is.
Did you say croquette?
No. I mean, everything here, the flavor profiles are crazy. But it is one unique flavor experience. Definitely. So again, come out here and try this because you are missing out. Okay guys, David here. I am with Joseph, who's the proprietor here at 411 Restaurant in Ocoee, Tennessee, correct?
It is
So if you don't mind, just kind of give me an idea of your history and how you become to have this establishment.
So the draw to the Ocoee region, Polk County in particular, was really a family legacy. My maternal family has been here on one side of that since about 1825, 1830. On the paternal side since about 1868. When that portion came down from the Sevierville area and settled here just at the base of the mountain. So there's a huge family heartstring that is drawn back to this region. But I grew up in Cleveland, so I still have family here. My mom, dad are here. So my grandfather, who's still with us, lives in Cleveland also. So it's been a homecoming of sorts for the last 18 to 24 months. It seems like every day I meet someone I haven't seen in 25 years. So it's been really nice to be back. But I ran restaurants from Knoxville to Key West and tried to figure out who I wanted to be when I grew up. And this is the culmination of that. This is embracing and really rediscovering what our roots are, as well as bringing culinary experiences from different cultures around the world and melding that with what is Appalachian ingredients.
And that was my next question: is what inspired the dishes here?
Yeah.
So that's
It's about finding things that, for example, you take the stone ground grits. It's about finding those things that are still made in the way that they would have been made when my third great grandparents, who were on that wall in that photograph to the left of the mirror, would have eaten food. They would have raised their own corn. They would have taken it to the mill. They would have received stone ground grits in the process of it. So that's what we try to produce here, but we put it with a very modern spin. Grits in the South, when you stop at a roadside diner, you get the little tiny, fine ground white stuff that doesn't actually resemble a food product. And people end up having to dump a ton of sugar in it just to get any flavor profile out of it whatsoever. So our food's full of flavor.
Absolutely.
We source local when we can, and just try to do things in a way that would have been done a long time ago. Basically, Memo Meets Food Network.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the patrons, what do you want their experience to be when they come here? What would you recommend for them to try?
So the items on the menu, that menu evolves. It's not going to be exactly the same today as it is tomorrow. For example, that smoked duck dish, the duck is on the smoker right now. We'll have brisket again by this weekend. We just did the smoked trout dip that's on the menu. We just pushed that out yesterday. So there are things like we were in a cheese board during the first quarter, and that's fallen off to make room for the trout dip. So everything has been meticulously studied before it's been put on the menu. So I can't say what my favorite dish is. I can say what the ones are that we get the most ravings about.
Yeah, absolutely.
that hot honey pimento cheese chicken sandwich is the one that everybody talks about. And I think that's part of a cultural thing where everybody's doing the chicken sandwich wars right now.
Yep.
But it's definitely the popular item on the menu. For me, entrees, it's probably either that duck or the thin cut, center cut pork chops, bed of grits, white hominy, and we take Benton's bacon out of Madisonville and turn that into a brandy jam, do a little dollop of the bacon jam, and it's glorious.
It sounds. I might have to come back just for that. I really am. Well, I do want to say thank you for the experience. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us. I can't even explain the flavors.
What did you have today?
I had the elk sausage and
The sandwich?
Yes,
Okay.
phenomenal. It's full of flavors. It's sweet and savory, which I found very interesting. I didn't expect that. I don't know if that was is it the chow chow or
That's the sausage that you're pulling the sweetness from.
Really?
There's nutmeg and cinnamon in that
Really?
sausage.
Okay.
A little bit of apple.
Oh.
So it's a pretty neat thing. But the way that those ingredients may seem a little curious. What I wanted to do was basically take what is a traditional way to serve pinto beans, which would be with the chopped white onion, the chow chow, and be able to present that like a sandwich.
Yeah,
So,
it was
so I
very
thought that
unique.
the elk sausage was the perfect medium to do that with.
I have to agree with you. I think it paired perfectly. I highly recommend it.
And you did the duck fries.
The duck fries, yes. And so that's fried in duck fat, correct?
That's right.
And that gives it a whole nother.
Large russets. It's a combination of duck fat, peanut, and heavy lard. So
It gives it a whole nother
crispy
flavor.
on the outside, creamy and smooth
Absolutely.
on the inside.
Absolutely. It's delicious. So, if you're out there listening, come by here. I don't think you'll regret it one bit. So again, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely, and I look forward to coming back.
Yeah, sounds
All right,
great.
All right, take care, brother. Okay, we are back home now after going out for a little bit. Just wanted to take a moment and talk about 411 Restaurant there in Ocoee. I am not a food critic in any way, and I have a lot of trouble describing flavors and taste experiences. But this is one of those places I don't think I could do any justice even if I knew what I was talking about. Their food is something better experienced than something that you should listen to from somebody like me. Or even a food critic. It's definitely one of those places you just got to try it for yourself. Definitely stop in, say hi to the proprietor, Joseph. Great guy. He took his time, and we want to thank you again for taking your time to kind of give us a little bit of background about your restaurant. And we had a great experience, and we can't wait to come back. And just a small little thing, if you've never had Benton's bacon, you're missing out. I've known about it for years, never tried it. And then he was like, "You've never tried it?" He goes, "You got to try it." So he let me try it, and it was smoky, which he smoked it. It was super tender, very juicy, full of flavor. It is another world when it comes to bacon. I've said this about some banana pudding before, but this is the bacon from heaven. I'm gonna tell you, it's incredible. But I'm very thankful that we take small chances with some of these restaurants that are out there. There's a few places in Knoxville you see a little hole in the wall pizza joint or hole in the wall sub shop, and you're like, "I'll never set foot in there," and then you do, and it turns out to be the best food you've ever had in your life. And the 411 is in no way that type of establishment. But when you see it, it's like a small town restaurant. So from first glance, you're like, "Oh, they probably just got some, regular, decent food." And then you sit down in there and you get something that you've never had in your entire life. And it's phenomenal. I I don't know. I don't have any words to describe it. You really just got to try it. It's really neat. It's kind of like an upscale dining experience, but very welcoming, very approachable. Pricing is decent. Underpriced for the flavor, in my opinion. I think that I'd paid a lot more for what I ate. So definitely give 411 Restaurant a try. It's phenomenal. So anyway, that's enough for rambling from me. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, live the life you love.